Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania with Matt Caylor from Martin Communications. And Matt, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you for having me on today.
Well, thank you for being here. We're excited to learn a lot more about you and the things you're doing. So why don't you share with us how you got started in the marketing industry?
So, like many of my fellows in the marketing field, I've followed a circumspect path to get here. I started in events, working with Fortune 500 companies around the world, but then I decided living out of a suitcase for 9 out of 12 months a year was a little too much. And fortunate for me at that time, that's when there's a lot of transition happening in the field, and there was an opportunity to get into digital marketing right as it was coming into the mainstream. So at that point, we were developing how we're going to buy, how we're going to purchase. Is it a CPM? Is it a flat? What do these sizes look like? And it was a really great opportunity to be at that start of digital advertising. Back then, we were buying everything still by insertion orders. We were sending things out. We still faxed things occasionally. But I had the opportunity to see it grow and come from that point of being that early stages to now where we have so many programmatic data options. We have streaming services, and it's overtaken all of our traditional medias as the big player in the field. So I was fortunate enough to see that evolve through that path, and I'm really excited about it, where we're going to go.
It's always interesting to have a conversation that has streaming, programmatic, and faxes all in the same thought process. So it definitely understands that the path of your career, which is fantastic because the things evolve and you've learned a lot in this process. So tell us about the things you're doing right now at Martin Communications.
So what we're doing right now is taking, just we talked about all these different options, this whole world of digital solutions that we have, and we're bringing it down onto a local regional level. So for a long time, our national clients that we see out there have a lot more tools and access than someone who's working covering maybe a single or two or three DMAs. But at Martin, what we're doing is taking some of those larger tools and finding ways to scale them down and help clients on smaller levels understand how to use them and then how to effectively deploy them within their local market and find a way to get the best efficiency and scale out of those in those smaller regions.
Yes, having those tools, even though you're in a smaller market, does make you more powerful, does make it an opportunity to help tell your story in different ways. Now, in these smaller markets, what are you finding are the best tools to utilize for them or platforms for them to be on?
So year to year, that's going to change as things evolve. And speaking to the marketing audience, we all know that we have to constantly revisit. What we're looking at right now is some of the ones that are old favorites. So email still remains a really powerful tool in these local markets. Emails change less frequently, so either using an internal first party list or external third party list to be able to reach those audiences still is a great driver for a number of actions between events, between driving registrations, driving sales, all those kind of things email still plays well for. And then we're finding to pair that more and more with the options that are available through streaming services, both audio and video. The targeting has gotten better on a local DMA level, where before we really would have to hit a whole audience because it wasn't big enough to let us carve it up. We're getting more options there to do so. So between those two, that's where we're seeing a lot more play coming in. But we are telling a lot of our clients to start collecting more of their data, having it more, because we can get those into more tools now using their first party data to deploy on the advertising side, where in the past, that was a realm restricted to those national big players.
Well, it's interesting you bring up streaming because this keeps coming up a lot because this is an opportunity to capture someone and a specific audience where they're not able to do anything. They can't fast forward. They can't skip over what the message is. They really have to absorb it, which really is more successful for your clients. And it's clear that what you are sharing with them and directions you are creating for their marketing mix really are working to keep them working at the same level as the big boys. So we thank you so much for joining us and for everything that you share with us today.
Oh, we are happy to. So I love your show and what you guys are doing and bringing all this information to our community and growing it as a whole.
Well, thank you again. And thank you so much to all of you joining us as well. having the right agency behind you is so important. And those that are in smaller markets that really don't have the budgets of these big national companies can get the same type of service from the right agency that can help them really navigate and create this right marketing mix. There's a lot more information about Martin Communications here on Daily Ad Brief, so please check that out. But go and have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.